No, no.
Can you stand in front here?
Yep.
How much of a just a boost though, knowing that he can come in and play 6 quality minutes if you need, especially this time of year?
Well, Alec, I mean, he's paid his dues. He's been here and worked awfully hard since he's been here, and we've just gained more and more trust with him each and every year. And this year, he's been terrific. He's been great in practice. He's battled. You think of the guards that we've had here and the guards that we have now. You can't help but get better when you're practicing against those guys every day, and he's done that for 4 years. So, but I couldn't be more happy for him. It's still a very difficult thing to where you're not in the rotation, you're not playing, and then all of a sudden you're thrown into a rival game, last regular season game. Obviously, a lot of meaning, and you make the one shot you take, you get an assist, you take care of the ball, and you defended well. I think our plus minus was 6, 7, 8 points while he was in. We can't ask for any more, but he's been terrific since he's been here, so I'm happy that he's making the most of an opportunity.
How will you go about managing Aaron's minutes now that you could potentially be playing 3 games in 3 days?
However many games we play, 40. So if we're able to advance, it'll be 40, 40, 40. So,
is that a real possibility?
Absolutely.
Wow, and he can do that?
Have you seen anything he can't do? But he's just that special, and I say that obviously if we can steal a minute or two here or there, we'll do that to get him rest. But Aaron's a warrior. Aaron just gives you everything he's got, and you just if we feel like he's tired or he's winded or he just needs a 30-second, or we can buy maybe a dead ball that hits right before immediate timeout, if I can get him a quick blow, we'll do those things. But he's conditioned, not just physically, he's conditioned mentally. To however long you play, we've had double overtime games, we've had overtime games, he's played beyond 40 minutes. So we've got all the confidence in the world in him, but he'll be on the floor a lot more than he'll be next to us. At least I hope so.
I saw the Pac12 championship game from when you beat Arizona was playing out there. Was that a coincidence, or are you showing that to the team just as like motivation?
No, I haven't. I haven't even been out that door, so I have no idea. I'm glad basketball's on. At least cartoons or something's not on. But no, I have no idea. I think it's probably Pac12 Network, so I have no idea what they're playing right now.
Okay. Do you feel like you guys are, that win over SC was a big win all the way around? Do you feel like you guys are safely in now, or do you need to do anything in the tournament?
Well, again, we can't control that, Ben. Yeah. So I have no idea. I know we finished third in the Pac-12 and won 11 conference games. We were 9-3 in the non-league with a huge win on a neutral floor against Kentucky, and so we've been very consistent in winning games from November on. We haven't had a bad month. We've had a couple tough stretches of maybe 2 and 3 games, and then we've always responded. So, you look at our resume, there's not a lot of bad losses on it. And this is a league that has gotten better as it's gone on. I think the Pac-12's gotten a bad, unfair knock on a lot of new faces. If you look at, for instance, Pac-12 first team, I think all those selections on the first team, nearly every player that's on this year's first team was not on last year's first team. Maybe one exception, maybe. So a lot of new players, a lot of new faces to this league this year, and I think you've seen that. I think Stanford, for instance, hurt early in the season. Much better team in January and February because they got healthy. Oregon State, a lot of new guys, and now they started to come into their own as the season evolved. And it's one team after another like that. Colorado was that way. Utah was that way. I think we were that way, a new team. And so this league has gotten better, and all that's why you see all the games being competitive. Look at Arizona won our league, and Cal was last. And yet 5 minutes to go in that game, last regular season game in Tucson, that's a really tight game, and that's how the parity in this league is. So I think it's an unfair knock because I think our league's much better today and in February than what it was in November.
How do you go about preparing for an unknown opponent? Do you do 50-50?
No, we just really concentrating on ourselves. Obviously we're not going to change anything. We're not going to all of a sudden change our identity of what we want to do offensively, what we want to do defensively. We'll sprinkle things in this week that both teams do as far as what they like to do offensively, but it's really about preparing for ourselves. I've been doing this a long time, and I've always felt like even though you want the bye, and the bye is important moving forward through the tournament, I've always felt the quarterfinal games favor the teams that have played the day before, because they've been in the arena, they've shot in there, they've played, where all the teams that are in the bye situation, you're not really getting shoot-arounds. We won't get a shoot-around. Our shoot-around time was like 8 a.m., and so we're not getting our guys up at 7 to go in for, you know, a 20-minute shoot-around. So I always think that favors. Then if you can get past the quarters, then I think it favors the teams that are in that bye slot. So this is it's going to be a tough matchup. I think Cal's playing very well, and I think Stanford has been playing as well as anybody. So regardless of who we get in this matchup, we know it's going to be a very good basketball team. We're going to have to play well.
So you won't practice at T-Mobile until you show up for the game? No,
because we have a 2:30 game, and so we'll go, and we have a game before us. So I think we're guaranteed a minimum of 27. But we're looking at really a warm-up of somewhere between 27 and 30 minutes, and that's it.
Chris Wilkes had quite the game against USC. Have you given any thought to maybe running the offense through him on a couple possessions just to give Aaron a break?
Like him at point guard?
Yeah.
No, our point guard's Aaron Holiday, so he's not a point guard. Chris isn't a point guard. Chris has been extremely consistent all year long, being in the positions he is. So I'm not going to go into postseason and now try something, totally different. You want me to play Tom at shooting guard because he's made some threes? I mean, no, we're going to continue to be who we are and play who we are. And Chris has been extremely consistent, and that's why he got the honor of being on the all-freshman team. And that's a terrific honor for him, and well-deserved, because I think he's been extremely consistent. And the thing I like about Chris is we just continue to see his growth. And he's getting much more comfortable of doing the things that we do, both not just offensively, but I'm seeing him grow defensively as well. And that's something that means a lot, because I think he's very, very skilled. And at 6'8", he's very versatile in things he can do, and hopefully he'll have a good tournament.
You guys won this tournament however many years ago. Obviously, there's been plenty of player turnover, but are there any lessons that you can take from surviving that run?
Well, all those things are different. I mean, I've been very fortunate, whether it was at New Mexico or Iowa. In our first year here, we were able to get a conference tournament as well. You need to be playing well. You got to make shots. Obviously, can you defend? And part of defending, I think, is your turnover rate, because you get on a neutral court. Players have been in league play for the last 2.5 months. So now all of a sudden you go to Vegas and it's a neutral setting, and all that thing is new, but you're playing the same people, you're playing the same team. So you've got the enthusiasm of what March is, but as we've told our guys, March also brings a finality. In the conference tournament, you're only guaranteed 1 game. If you're fortunate enough to make postseason, you're only guaranteed 1 game. In the non-league and the league, you're going to have multiple games. So it's about doing what you do at the best that you can, and know that there's got to be an urgency to every possession. And the lessons that you've learned through the course of the season, now you've got to make sure those are being applied, because you don't want to be learning lessons in March. Lessons that are learned in March, there's a finality. You don't necessarily get into the game. So we've got to be able to put those things together of what we've learned throughout the course of the year, and really playing to our strengths and doing what we do well at both ends.
Adam Silver's looking at some stuff that could fundamentally alter college basketball, with players being able to go straight from high school to the G League with increased salaries. Have you read anything about that, or thought about how that might impact college basketball and recruiting and the types of players that you can bring in?
No, I haven't. Our focus has been on what we're doing here for the tournament, and these group of guys right now have got my full attention 24/7. So, once our season's over, there's obviously a lot going on in college basketball, and the landscaping, I'm sure, is going to change in college basketball. And just like you go from a conference season to a conference tournament, you have to adjust. Whatever new rules come down the pipe for us, that's our job as coaches. We've just got to adjust to it.
Dan's on that Pac12 basketball task force. Have you been able to talk to him or hear anything about what they've been
No.
able to discuss or come up with?
No, not to date, no.
Anything else?
I don't know how much you've practiced since Saturday, but how's Jalen doing in terms of his ankle?
He's doing well. When I say doing well, he's rehabbing it, and it'll be a day-to-day deal. So we don't play until Thursday. So we'll see what his availability is going to be on Thursday. But He did a little bit more yesterday, and hopefully he'll do a little bit more today. And then we practice in the morning before flying out around noon. So, you know, we still got 48 hours plus of just a lot of rehab, and Shane does a terrific job. So it'll probably be a game time decision, because we got to wait and see how he looks Thursday morning. But you know, at least I hope that we have, if we're able to be fortunate enough to move forward, hopefully as the days pass, he's going to get more and more comfortable with that.
Thanks.